Hello, welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leah Luche, and this is episode 14 of turning this shuttle bus into a home on wheels. In last week's video, I put up the walls for the bathroom and I showed you guys how to match the curb of a bus. So if you haven't seen that video and you would like to watch it, then I will link it somewhere here in this video and also down below. But in this week's video, I will be putting up the bathroom door and I will also be getting started on my closet and the pantry. So yeah, let's get right into this video. I got started by cutting some wood so that I could finish building the door frame for my bathroom. I put together a small lip for my bathroom so that the lip can eventually be used to keep water inside the bathroom when the shower is running. Then I added a small piece of wood to the top so that I could leave a little room for my bathroom to vent so that it won't get too foggy in the bathroom when I'm showering. After I finished my door frame, I took measurements and I made marks on some wood. Then my stepdad cut out the door for me and I went back in the bus and screwed in the hinges. Once I got to the last hinge, I stopped and thought, how am I gonna get this door on? So I picked up the door to see how I would get it on there, and then I realized that the door was a little too big. So my stepdad trimmed it down for me, and then I took the hinges off of the door frame and put them onto the door. Then once again, I got down to the last hinge and realized that I put them on the wrong way. So as you can see, the one on the bottom is facing the right way, but I had to go back and change all of the other ones. Then I used the boxes that my screws came in to hold the door up for me because they were somehow the perfect height. But once I got all the hinges screwed in, I then installed a lock on the door. Then I used that first template that I made in last week's video and I made some adjustments to it and then I traced it out into some wood. Then my stepdad cut that out for me and I traced that out onto another piece of wood because I needed two of them, and I also traced it out into a piece of cardboard so that I could have a template for that side of the bus for later on in my build. Then I went back into the bus and I used some water to wipe up all of the extra wood filler that I put on the flooring. Then I put some spray paint into a little container and I used a paintbrush to paint the filler to match the color of the flooring. Then I put up my first wall for the closet and it connected to the wall that was already there, so I used some square brackets to connect it to the wall and I also used an L bracket to connect it to the floor. Then I put up my other two walls, and for these I put L brackets on the floor, the ceiling, and along the sides. Then I took measurements so that I could know how big to make my first pair of shelves. So for these shelves, I'm cutting one at a time because I want all of my shelves to come out to the same length, and since the walls curve, each shelf needs to be cut at a different length so that they can all match up when they're screwed in. After I cut my first shelves out, I made sure they fit, and then I put some L brackets onto the bottom of the shelves. Then I took my shelves back into the bus and I thought, how am I supposed to hold these up and screw them in at the same time? Then I saw my extra tripod and I had the brilliant idea to use that to hold up the shelf for me. So I measured it and I got it to the height that I needed, locked it in, put my shelf on top, and I screwed it in. Then for my next shelf, I looked around the bus for something to hold that one up, and I ended up using an old empty can of paint and some scrap wood. I honestly don't know why I still had that empty can, but I'm so glad that I did. I didn't get to work on the bus much this week, so I didn't get to finish the closet and the pantry, and I still have so much more to do to it, so that'll be next week's video. Okay, that's gonna be all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time that I post, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye!